Hello everyone and Sawadee Krap. My name is Edmin Josh from Pageant and Press, and in this video I'll be talking as a review for Miss Universe Thailand 2020. I'm very excited to be talking about Miss Universe Thailand because the finale was last night on the 10th of October, and I'm a big Miss Universe Thailand fan. I've been following this pageant since the audition, actually before the audition until the final night. So I'm very happy to be talking about this pageant, and let's talk about the great stuff first. Production was on point. I cannot say how good the production value was. It was entertaining, it was just musical, you could feel the Thai flavor to it, as well as TPN really knows how to give us a grand production. I'm going to be honest, this year Miss Universe Thailand was better than Miss Universe last year. So, Miss Universe organization, please, you need to step up the game because Thailand is doing an amazing job since 2018. Back in 2018, when Thailand hosted the Miss Universe pageant, it was amazing. And this time, they are not disappointing us. Every year, Thailand is getting better and better. So for me, the production value was just amazing. It was just a grand event. And despite the COVID-19 situation, the pandemic, I was really happy that TPN delivered this time as well. Let's talk about the opening round. The opening was so good. I really enjoyed it. The stage was, like I said, bang. It was just really good. And the staging was great. I love that girls were wearing white outfits. Everyone looked spectacular. Everyone was on point. Their hair and makeup game was up. So I was just really happy about that. And let's talk about the girls who stood out to me during the introduction round. I must say the girls who really stood out to me during the introduction, Veena Pavina Singh, she looks absolutely gorgeous. I love that hair. She looks really good in this very wave, natural hair that I think she looks really stunning. And this time they announced the top 20, and the top 20 announcement was quite funny because they really called out all the girls quite fast, quite quickly. And I was waiting to, see my favorites. And my favorite for the crown was Pinika, Veena, and Amanda as part of my top three. And funnily enough, all of them did make the top three. So I was waiting for them to be announced, but they kept announcing a lot of girls. And I remember, I think until the 16th place, I thought, wait, are they not going to announce one of the girls? Because I was getting a little bit scared. And then the host announces that four of the girls will be the wildcard entries. So those girls will be public speaking, swimsuit, fan vote, and I forgot the other one. I think it was like a photo contest. And those were the four girls. And I was so happy it was Amanda, Preo, Pinika, and Veena. So those were the four girls, and I was really happy to see them because I was really expecting them to place. So I was happy with all the girls who made it to the top 20. And then we had the opening monologue. For me, this is really important because this really allows girls to talk a little bit more about them. And this is a moment for the girls who are dark horse in the competition to really shine and, let the whole universe know more about you. So this is the perfect moment for girls to really shine. And for me, I was surprised almost everyone did really good in the opening monologue. Amanda really stood out to me during the opening monologue because she talked about her project of mental health. And for me, that is such an important topic. And I was really happy that she did not hesitate and she went right into it and she mentioned her project and advocacy. And I feel this is the right moment to start talking about your project because opening monologue is the first impression you make in the final night. You don't know if you're going to move on to the next level of top 10. So it's really good that, especially Amanda, she mentioned about her mental health topic. For me, that, like I said, is such an important topic. And I was really happy to see that she talked about this. Now let's move on to the top 10. I'm not gonna lie, I was really happy with the girls who made it to the top 10. Swimsuit round was stunning. Miriam, I love Miriam. Last year's first runner-up of Miss Universe Thailand 2019. She looked absolutely stunning and spectacular. Love the way she was singing. And I must say, this year's swimsuit was so much better than last year's swimsuit run because last year it was just a train wreck. I just did not like the singer, the way she was singing. It was just really off last year. But this year, I really enjoyed it. And I did not knew Miriam could sing so well. So I was, I was just having my moment. I was just really enjoying it. She was doing a great job singing live. And also she looked absolutely stunning. That leotard was, it was kind of borderline like too much sexy, but I thought she looked amazing. She has long legs, and hopefully Miriam will come back next year or in few years' time because I do think Miriam could be the next Miss Universe Thailand. I was happy to see the swimsuits. It was two-piece black swimsuits, and the only thing I did not like about the swimsuit competition was the cape or whatever the fabric was at the back. It looked like a cape, but it had a split. So it was a cut right in the middle, and there was just a big gap. For me, that was a huge problem. I did not like it. I wish it was like when Miss Universe happened in Thailand back in 2018. They had beautiful cape that they could just, like dance around. That was what I was waiting for, and I was hoping for that. But because of the split right in the middle, it just looked really awkward, and some girls were having a hard time, like really, giving that full movement that they really wanted, which I'm sure they have practiced before. So I was not happy with the split part. But I must say, the swimsuit was really good. Like I said, production was on point. The song was good. The camera angle, everything about the swimsuit was good, except for that one cut at the back. Whoever made the decision to cut that fabric in pieces or in two pieces, I was not happy with that. So now let's move on to the girls in the beautiful evening gown. Oh my gosh, the evening gown was so stunning. One small problem I had with the evening gown was the song they picked at the beginning, because I was waiting for Bright and Win to sing live. So they kind of kept that, until the end, towards the end. So I was hoping they would sing from the start to the finish. So I was kind of like disappointed with the song choice at the beginning of the evening gown round, because it looked like a non-copyright song that they used, but nothing wrong with that. But I just wish it was a better song that they could have picked during the evening gown, because the girls, the host was not even talking during the evening gown. I noticed. I think the male host talked right at the end when Amanda was walking. So I wish that he was consistent, and he talked during every single girl, or just played a really better song when the girls were walking in the evening gown. I thought every girl looked absolutely stunning. Let's start with number one, Queen. She looked absolutely gorgeous. She wore the same exact gown she wore back in the preliminary competition, but you know what? The gown was really good. So I had no issue, no problem that she wore the same gown, because she looked absolutely like a queen. Next girl was Veena. Wow. Veena looked gorgeous. I was not that happy with her preliminary gown color, because that pastel pink kind of washed her out because of her skin tone. But I was happy that she picked red this time, and the red really popped on her beautiful tan skin, and she looked gorgeous. And I remember she did the same thing that she did, like that. And I thought that was a little bit over the top, but you know what? Maybe that's a signature look that she's keep on doing this. It gave me very, I don't know, a little bit like Miss Grand. It reminded me of Miss Grand when she did that again, because she did the same, the hair slick back thing during the evening gown back in the preliminary too. So I noticed that. But like I said, I was happy that she picked a more bold color, like a red color. So it really looked good on her skin tone. She looked beautiful. Her walk was smooth, and she did not overdo it this time, which I was happy. Her evening gown walk was a lot better than her preliminary. So yeah, I think simple is the way to go for Veena, because when she tries to do too much, it looks like not natural. When she does her more natural poses, natural walk, Veena really shines, and she looked absolutely beautiful. After Veena, we had Polfa, and oh my gosh, where do I start with this girl? She is gorgeous. This woman is in another level. Like, she was spectacular. I did not expect her to have a hair up. I was expecting her to have a hair down, but I must say, Polfa or Pinika looked gorgeous. I would have preferred if she picked a different gown though, because that gown was a little bit on the simple side, because she wore this red ball gown from Poem, which had almost the same color as what I'm wearing. I'm wearing like a dark red maroon color, and she had like a beautiful gradient effect. I thought she should have worn that during the final night at the actual event, because that was just a showstopper. It looked gorgeous. Like, that red one was so much better than the gown she wore. So I was a little bit like not that happy with the gown choice, but she looked great. The way she carried herself was amazing. She's always ready when it comes to stage presence. So she looked gorgeous regardless. Her hair up really made me look at her face, because she normally has a hair like really wavy, or like she tries to do a little bit slick back, but this time it was all the way back. So I really focused on her. Next, we had Emmy. Emmy looks so beautiful. This was the color for Emmy. I noticed she looks really good in this type of like light gold, goldish, a little bit silvery color, because I did not like a preliminary gown. The white one, it just looks really Miss Teen, but this is the gown. She looks like an adult. She looked gorgeous. I really liked the color she was wearing. It really, really made her stand out. I really like Emmy's gown. I thought it was really beautiful. Let's talk about Priyal, can we? Because we always talk about the Priyal who is more of a front runner. Then another Priyal we have, oh my gosh, she looked gorgeous. She reminded me so much of Chalita or Namtan, Miss Universe Thailand 2016. Like the face, she was giving me face, she was giving me all that beautiful, like the dress itself was just amazing. I love the dress. She looked gorgeous. It was very simple, but you know what? The way she was carrying herself was enough. I did not need her to do all this too much, extra stuff with the hands, which I'm doing at the moment. But I was really happy with Prayer's presentation in the evening gown. Let's talk about the other Prayer. We have another one who's from Champon, and Prayer looked gorgeous in this silver. I think it had like a chain back detail. It looked really stunning, I must say. It looked like a Hollywood red carpet look. She looked gorgeous, and the way she carried herself was absolutely beautiful. Looked beautiful. I don't know if it's just me noticing this, but almost everyone was wearing or red or silver. So I noticed that red, silver, and I think a little bit of gold was kind of the theme for this night. But I must say, red is her color. She wore red during the preliminary too, and she looked amazing. Just knows how to walk. She has a great stage presence. I've said this in my other videos too. And this girl can walk like there's no tomorrow. She is absolutely amazing. Next, we have Cindy, Miss Chiang Mai 2020. She looks so elegant, so regal. And I know she's really young because of her baby face as well. She looks very youthful, but wow. This white gown really made her stand out. She looked really good because white gown sometimes could look like a wedding gown, but Cindy really pulled it off. Next, we have contestant number 96. She had a beautiful short hair. I was not a big fan of her. The gown was kind of on this, like for me, it was just too simple. And the walk was also kind of too safe. But I was happy to see number 97, Amanda Optum. Wow. This dress, can we talk about the details? The high slit but full sleeve, and it had like a gradient effect, it had like a gradient effect with the red on top, and it went down to a little bit more like peachy color. It was gorgeous. It was just breathtaking. This gown was stunning. This is the type of gown I was waiting to see more girls wearing, but Amanda's gown for me was one of the best. So for me, I thought Amanda looked really good. She definitely stood out in the evening gown competition, and she looked beautiful, and she had a great stage presence as always. Before I talk about the top five, I just want to take this moment to say, wow, Bright and Win, I did not knew they could sing because I know they're actors and I know they're really famous in Thailand because they are BL actors, right? But I did not knew they could sing so well. So for me, I was having a fangirl moment when I was watching them. They were like two handsome guys singing, and I felt like, you know what? I wish I was on the stage. I wish they were singing for me. Like I remember the contestants were like holding one of their hands or sometimes both of their hands, and they were just walking on the stage. I thought that was just a beautiful moment. I understood why they waited all the way till the end to showcase the amazing showstoppers. For me, these two guys were the showstoppers of Evening Gown Round. And I thought they looked amazing. I'm just really jealous. Like, I wish I was there because it looked like everyone was having a great time. It did not look uncomfortable. It did not look too stiff. Everything was going really well. And the song, like I said, the song was beautiful, and I'm a little bit jealous. I'm going to be honest. I'm really jealous, to be honest. Anyway, like I said, they did really good. I did not think they could sing this good. They were singing in English too, and I thought, wow, these guys really, is there anything they cannot do? Because I thought they were actors and that's about it, but they could do more than acting. So I was really impressed by both of them. I mean, talk about having multi-talent. Was I surprised with any of the girls making to the top five? Not really, because I had most of the girls in my prediction already, either part of my top 10 or top 20. The only one who I do think a lot of people were surprised to see was Cindy, because Cindy has a very baby face, and people might think, oh, she's too innocent, like too soft. People might probably underestimated Cindy, but I had Cindy as part of my top 10 because I knew she could speak. I remember she talked about the educational system in Thailand and how much she really wants to improve that. And she knows how to, grab the attention. So I was happy to see Cindy as part of the top five. Now let's move on to the other girls who made to the top five. We have Priyal, absolutely gorgeous. Yes, she deserves to be there. We have Amanda. I don't have anything else to say about her. Veena was there. I mean, come on, we all expected Veena to be part of top three. And of course, Punika, the queen of the night. For me, she definitely was the show. For me, she was the queen of the night. The highlight of the night, I must say, was Punika because she looked gorgeous. And not just gorgeous, she really took my breath away. Even though the dress, I was not a big fan of the dress itself, but she definitely took my breath away. So the first one to speak in the top five question and answer was Veena. Her question was, recently we have seen a lot of women who have earned position in political parties. If in the future you have a chance to become a politician, which position you want to be and what is your project and why? And she said that because I believe that women can stand in high position, she wants to be a prime minister of Thailand in the future if given the chance, and she wants to bring equality to men, women, and the LGBT community. And I thought, wow, her answer was really strong. Veena impressed me because I know she can speak, but wow, her answer was just on point. I really like what she said about this particular topic. Next, we have Pinika. Her question was, in the world today, poverty is one of the biggest problems we're facing. To solve the inequality for a long term between the rich and the poor in the society, what is the reason of the inequality in Thailand and how can we solve this problem? First of all, another tough question. It's about the poverty in Thailand. So there were a lot to think about. And I really liked her answer because she was really on point. She did not beat around the bushes. She was direct and honest. So she talked about the social hierarchy, which is the main cause of having this such a big inequality gap in Thailand regarding the wealthy, rich, and the poor. So she said that yes, it is very difficult to solve this problem, but if we work hard on ourselves and we continue to be positive, we can achieve anything. For me, it was just the way she projected her answer was just so impressive, and I knew she would make it to the next round. So the next question for Prel is the problem of the world environment, such as ice melting, increase of sea level, and global warming. What is the most important crisis affecting Thailand today? Her answer was, I think the first thing to solve the environmental crisis affecting Thailand is the air pollution, and it is caused by a lot of people commuting in their own cars. And she talked about, you can see that it has affected Thailand and it has made the PM 2.5, which is such a big topic in Thailand at the moment. And she said she was about to like end her answer, but she could not. So the time boop, like teeth, and 30 seconds was off. She could not finish her answer. So it was really sad to be honest, because she really had a point, but I wish she could have said more, to explain herself better. And I think that was the reason why she did not move on to the next round. Next was Cindy. Her question was, if you win the crown of Miss Universe Thailand and attend a public interview with a lot of celebrities, what will you do if one of the A-list celebrities have a negative view towards pageants, saying pageants are sexualizing women's body? How will you respond to them? First of all, this question is such a common question in pageants because there are a lot of people who are against beauty pageants and they always talk about sexualizing women. So for me, I thought this was such a on-point question. What she would like to say to the person who does not support beauty pageant, she wants to say that she supports the LGBT community and they have been such a thriving part of the beauty pageant industry in Thailand, which is absolutely true. And in the end, what she said was, if you feel like a woman, even though you are not born in the right body, maybe you're born in the wrong body, but if you feel like a woman in the inside and you want to compete in Miss Universe Thailand, she would definitely like to have a law where the trans woman can change officially their gender from male to female, because in Thailand that's not possible at the moment. In the documents it's still male even though they now look like a woman. So what she was trying to say was that transgender women who want to compete in Miss Universe Thailand or any other type pageants, to be able to compete, that you need to have female on the document. So what she was trying to say was that she would like to have a new law where trans women can officially change their gender on the paperwork. And you know what? I really liked her answer. I know a lot of people kind of thought it was not a good answer, but I thought it was really nice. Next was Amanda. Her question was, 100 years from today, who would the historians select as the most influential woman in the 21st century and why? One problem I had with Amanda's answer was the fact she did not answer the question. The question clearly asks, which one woman or the most influential woman of the 21st century think would still be iconic even 100 years later? So I think she did not understand the question, maybe because she did not answer the question. And it was such a shame because I was really rooting for her because I know she's fluent in English language. So it should not be a problem for her. Like I said, I did not like her answer. It sounded too generic. It just did not have a substance to it. And also the way she delivered it could have been much better because I expect more from her. Like I said, knowing that she can speak in English, and she was the only one who personally picked to speak in English language. I mean, she could have spoken in Thai, but you know what? That's for a different story. Now let's move on to the top three. Was I happy with them? Absolutely. So it was funny because they gave the sash and the bouquet to the fourth runner-up and the third runner-up. So fourth runner-up was Cindy Higgin, and the third runner-up was Proud. Do I think they deserved it? Absolutely, based on the answers. So let's move on to the next, which was the top three. And oh my gosh, all my favorites were part of the top three that, in my prediction, made it to the top three. So I was just really happy. I was having a party, not going to lie. So I was really happy with the top three. And the top three had such, oh, it was such a relevant question because this is the type of question you always get in national pageants. So, in short, it was a long question. Let me just start by saying it was such a long question and it was a tricky question because if you do not listen to the end part of the question, you will not understand the question. The picture of Temple of Dawn or Wat Arun has always been taken to symbolize Thailand's spirit and landmark. If you become the new Miss Universe Thailand, in what way would you represent yourself as one of the most iconic of Thailand? Please show us your real vision. I really liked Vina's answer. I thought she ticked all the boxes. And there were a lot of Thai people who did not like with her answer, especially the part she talked about the king and the monarch, but that's for a different, it's an issue for a different day, not for today. I really liked her answer. I thought she was on point. She talked about all the qualities of being a Thai woman or Thai person. And, she talked about the motto of Thailand, which is the land of smile, because Thai people love to smile all the time. So I really liked the answer. And I don't know why people, bashed her on Twitter or online after the final night because I thought she had a really good answer. And the way she projected her answer was also really well done. So the second girl to answer the same question was Pinika. Pinika talked about how the Thai bath coin symbolizes the spirituality of Wat Arun Temple. Thai bath coin she would like to give to the Miss Universe organization as well as her fellow contestants. And also this would be the best way to show how to present the Thai culture. And she also talked about she will show her mannerism, which is exactly like how Thai people are, which are respectful, have good manners. And also she talked about being proud to be Thai because she was born and raised in Thailand. So last one to answer this question was Amanda. She answered this question in English. She said that she gets a lot of criticized for being half or mixed race. She's Thai Canadian. So a lot of people have this misconception, according to her, that she's not Thai enough, but she wants to portray herself as someone who's proud to be Thai and also just being, herself and just being proud to be Thai. For me, Amanda's answer was the worst, and the reason behind it is because she was saying too much me, myself, and I in place of how will I represent Thailand at the Miss Universe stage. For me, she kind of missed the point, and also the delivery, like I said before in the top five, it was really bad. And I'm a big fan of Amanda, and I was really disappointed to see Amanda really struggled in the question and answer round. I was thinking, what is happening, Amanda? Wake up! Because this was a moment to really shine. She looked gorgeous. She did a good job in the swimsuit, the gown, and the moment that you really need to shine, which is the speaking skills of the question and answer round, she really suffered, and it was just really sad to see her struggle so much because she, like I said before, she is fluent in English, so I was expecting a lot more from her. Especially if you're going to speak in English, you better deliver because this type of answer will not even let you be in the top 20 in Miss Universe. So you know what? There's a lot for her to learn. Talking about the other girls, for me the best answer was Venus because I really liked how she talked about the qualities of being a Thai person and how she talked about the land of smile, which is the motto of Thailand, and she also talked about the nation, the religion, and the king, which all symbolizes and are very important to Thai people. So I definitely think Veena had the best answer. If it was just solely based on the question and answer, I think Veena should have been the winner. Let's talk about the crowning moment. Before I talk about the crowning, I must say, Pawinsida Fasai, Joanne, looked gorgeous in this beautiful, she looked like a Thai Disney princess. And I even said, while watching the live show with so many people on Instagram that, wow, she looked like a stunning, beautiful Thai Disney princess. And I was just really happy to see her again because we didn't see her much during the training session as well as other events, this year during the Miss Universe Thailand 2020. So I was really happy to finally see her have her moment because let this girl shine. She looks amazing. The expensive 3 million Thai baht crown from Monologue. Wow. The crown, I'm going to be honest, I was not a big fan of the crown because the sketch I saw looked better than the actual prize, like the actual crown, because the crown is, I don't know, it looked really fragile. It looked like it was going to break easily. So I was not a big fan of the crown. For me, I was really surprised when they announced Punika as a second runner-up. Like my mouth, like my jaw dropped. I could not believe that Pinika was the second runner because I was thinking she would be part of the top two. So I was really disappointed that Pinika did not make the top two. And after that, so we are left with the top two, and they are Veena and Amanda. So they were holding hands, they're both wearing red. So I was happy with either of them winning, but I was rooting secretly for Veena. But Amanda won, and congratulations to Amanda Objem, the new Miss Universe Thailand 2020. Do I think she deserves it? Based on the final answers, definitely no. For me, her answer was not the best, both in the top five and in the top three. So I guess the judges picked her based on the fact she can speak English because she was the only one who is fluent in English out of the top five. And also maybe because of her advocacy, because her mental health advocacy is definitely relevant at the moment. So maybe because of that, they pick her, I don't know, because for me, I don't think she was the deserving winner. And I'm not trying to sound like a bitter person. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Amanda. I'm a fan of her, but I was just not sure why she won because up to until the question and answer round, I really wanted her to, either win or be a runner-up. But after the question and answer round, I was really disappointed with her answers. She just really struggled, and the delivery was missing. And I really wanted her to have more depth and more substance. Especially the way you present something is super important, not just the content itself. It's also a lot about you, how you present yourself speaks volume to people. Like you're watching me because of the way I'm speaking, and maybe you guys like the way I speak. I don't know that, but if you like that, it's because I'm engaging with you guys because maybe you like the way I speak. So that's a way of communication. And if she cannot do that in the Miss Universe, that's going to be a big problem for Thailand in Miss Universe because Farsai did an amazing job last year. And I'm sure a lot of Thai fans are waiting for that third Miss Universe crown for Thailand after 30 years, because the last one was in 1988. And I'm going to be honest here, I was just really disappointed with Amanda, and I was expecting Punika to win. I was expecting either Punika or Veena to win, based on the whole thing, not just the final answer, because those two girls did an amazing job too. And I'm going to just finish this video with the conclusion that I hope Amanda works on her speaking skills because yes, she's fluent in English, but like I said, her delivery is really poor. And it was just, as someone who speaks English fluently as her, just there was so much grammatical errors, delivery was really bad. It would lack substance. I think, just saying it short, I wish she talks about her advocacy. Maybe if she talked about advocacy, that could have improved her answer even more, because it feels that she was passionate during the introduction video. The opening monologue, she was confident, but I don't know why when you put her in the spot, she really struggles. I noticed this during the audition too, because her answer, she was saying it, but I was not feeling what she was saying. So I want her to really work on her communication skills, because if Thailand doesn't do that, I cannot see Thailand winning the Miss Universe crown. As of now, I have Amanda as part of my top 10, But that could change if she improves her communication skills, because she does have a good walk and she knows how to work the stage. In the end, I just want to say I was really sad for Pinika because this was her last year and she cannot compete in another year for Miss Universe Thailand. So I was really deeply hurt and I was heartbroken to see Pinika not win, because I thought this was her crown. This was her moment to shine. So yeah, I was really sad for Pinika. I mean, she cried so much. I like, girl, that was really, really sad to see her. It really broke my heart. And I just wish Punika all the best for the future, because she did an amazing job. She had a great stage presence. We were all rooting for you. And it was just really sad for a deserving girl not to win. And as a pageant fan, it always breaks my heart. So yeah, like I said, I wish Punika all the best for your future. I have been Team Punika and Team Veena, as well as Team Amanda, since the beginning. So, yes, that's all I'm going to say. And I want to see Veena compete in Miss World Thailand next, because maybe TPM does not want her. I mean, there's a reason why she has been runner up twice. And I really think Miss World organization will love Veena, especially knowing that she has Indian, features. She has a DNA from India. Her roots are from India. So I think Veena will do really good, or even better, in Miss World than in Miss Universe. So if Veena is watching this video, or if any of her fans is watching this video, please suggest her to join Miss World Thailand, because I do think Veena can be the first ever Thai Miss World winner. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends and family. Also, do let me know, what do you think of Miss Universe Thailand 2020 results or the pageant itself down in the comment section. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye from George. สวัสดีครับ